Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Music. Music is an important part of my life. I consume it every day. But unlike other things, it tends to act differently. I could watch a show for 3 hours and be able to say everything that happened afterwards. When I listen to music, 3 hours could pass and I could not tell you what I was listening to. I don't even know if I could say when I was listening to the music. Maybe instead of me consuming music, it's a friendship. We grow together. We learn new things about each other. Things happen, our tastes will change. We may learn things and leave depending on what we hear. But no matter what happens, we're there for each other. Giving each other support. Helping each other live to see another day. The saying goes, a jack of all trades, a master of none. I guess that fits. I can manage to do almost anything that is thrown at me. Say anything that anybody wants to hear. Appear knowledgeable in any situation that I'm thrown at. It doesn't come naturally. I work hard towards it. I will say it is way more surface level than it appears. My goal is just to know enough that I can have an intelligent conversation about anything that happens. But in actuality, I don't really know more than that. For some things, I'm very knowledgeable, and for others, I'm just barely. Maybe that's not a bad thing. Maybe that's what I want. If it's enough to work, is that really a bad thing? Who knows? The saying goes, a jack of all trades, master of none. But it's often quite better than a master of one. And I think that fits slightly less. Alright guys. Behold. Neil. Recently bought Neil $1,300 from a guy. It's definitely a car. fun things about Neil. The ignition doesn't work. You have to hotwire it. The fuel gauge doesn't work. The horn doesn't work. The roof is weird. It's definitely a car though. It's a 91 Ford Escort. Turn the wheel on. You have to flip the switch. And then you flip the switch. Then you hotwire it. Bada bing, bada boom, she go. Oh yeah. He doesn't have a 6 number on his odometer, so we don't know how many miles he has. We're assuming 100,000. Behold, Neil is alive. It's kind of gross in here. We cleaned him out. I didn't clean out the back, but I need to. It came with a spare. It was leaking. Where is the water coming from? Neil, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Neil. It's definitely M car. Okay, bye, Neil. Oh yeah, the light doesn't work as well. Hello. I just discovered something about Neil. No. Neil. He's broken. No. The wing. Separated. No, Neil. Neil. The other side is getting bad too. I love you, Neil. Bye, Neil. Bye. Alright, guys. Behold. Neil. Recently bought Neil $1,300 from a guy. It's definitely a car. Fun things about Neil. The ignition doesn't work. You have to hotwire it. The fuel gauge doesn't work. The horn doesn't work. The roof is weird. It's definitely a car though. It's a 91 Ford Escort. Turn the wheel on. You have to flip the switch. And then you flip the switch. Then you hotwire it. Bada bing, bada boom, she go. Oh yeah. He doesn't have a 6 number on his odometer, so we don't know how many miles he has. We're assuming 100,000. Behold, Neil is alive. It's kind of gross in here. We cleaned him out. I didn't clean out the back, but I need to. It came with a spare. It was leaking. Where is the water coming from? Neil, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Neil. It's definitely M car. Okay, bye. Bye, Neil. Oh yeah, the light doesn't work as well. Hello. I just discovered something about Neil. No. Neil. He's broken. No. The wing. Separated. No, Neil. Neil. The other side is getting bad too. I love you, Neil. Bye, Neil. Bye. There's this video game called Celeste. It's a game where you play a young girl who climbs a mountain, tries to figure out who she is and how to deal with the negative feelings inside of her. It's one of my favorite games, as well as one of the hardest games I've ever played. I've died over 27,000 times. When you get done with the base game, it unlocks these things called B-sides, which are harder versions of the levels that you've already played. When you beat the B-sides, they unlock the C-sides, the hardest challenge in the game. When you get done with the final C-side of the game, the hardest room in the whole game, there's this old lady. She's been with you since the beginning of the game, antagonistic at times, but with the goal to push you forward and to have you succeed. When you get done with the final room, the biggest challenge that the game has, she says something to you. It's hard to believe that it's over, isn't it? Funny how we get attached to the struggle.
It's just
Honestly, I don't. So yeah, I'm making a film.
that's crazy. What's it about?
I know this isn't how this went. I'm still gonna leave this in.
Oh yeah, I don't remember.
No, well, okay. The problem is now it doesn't sound genuine. This is still going in the film. Anything that's said, I'm not editing this. This is, but yeah. So yeah, my film. It's about myself and about my life and how I view the world. I think it's gonna start out with me playing Tetris or whatever, and it is a good game. And like as it slowly goes on, it's going to transform into more of a, well, I don't know. It's going to fade out, and there's going to be different events probably going on inside my mind. I'm not entirely sure what I have written, but that's how it best feels. And it's going to be interrupted by like little segments where I talk about my life and my personality and my beliefs. I think the ending is going to be like it fades back in a lot faster. And it's like, whoa, that was a weird game of Tetris.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes some sense.
Yeah. I don't know. Some of the clips could potentially be like, I don't know. I think one of them I'm going to try recreating a car. YouTube is completely fabricated. I'm just doing it for the film. And I'm not editing any of this. I know we're in a film. You know you're in a film. You know it's maybe this is a clip I'll show in this class. Get it? I'm cutting the video. I'm editing it. I said I wouldn't, but I did. And I get this, which I stole from Dylan. Oh shoot, I lost the continuity. I was going to like not say his name and then it would just be like in the credits, but no one would know that it's Dylan.
That's another like Jim Carrey booster, right?
Sure. Okay. Well, it was supposed to be a cut, and I was supposed to save like a good 40 seconds, but then I just went and did that again, and I'm not going to edit this. I'm not taking another try. This is what's going in the film. Oh, man. It is half the film right there. Maybe I should make it 30 minutes. My first idea was to make it 24 hours. So I would get like if someone had to like watch through it and make sure it was okay. Like, could you just imagine make Weber sit through a 24-hour film without me cooking toast? That's what I was going to do. I was going to do a day in my... Yeah. I don't know if there would be me sleeping, but then like waking up and like summoning something or whatever. It's actually kind of a joke, because that's what I do during my day. Honestly though, what did I do? This is just a third of the film. This is bad. Oh yeah, no, it's still going. I'm going to have to cut this as well. I'm going to have to do the same thing over again.
I want to paint out like 10 seconds of just Jim Carrey's face.
Did you get those choppers?
It's beautiful.
Jim Carrey.
Thank you, Jim Carrey.
Very cool.
Very cool. Well, I thank you for your time. Thank you for being a part of this film.
Yeah, so I'm getting paid, right?
So if we're getting $13 an hour, this is 3 minutes. I can give you 10 cents in that.
That's like a single print in the library.
That is a single print in the library.
that
So I guess
sounds like
is this the equivalent? You send me a piece of paper, I print it out for you, and that was your payment for this?
you get away without printing it.
If you send me the picture, I'll go home, print it, and we'll just like tape it to your door or something.
Yeah. Can I get a picture of Jim Carrey?
I'll do that. Like right after school.
Don't I
what the
don't
ne-
need anything.
You know what the next clip is? It's gonna be me printing this out and then running it over to your house. That's what's gonna be in the film right now. People ask, what is the purpose? What is the purpose of life? Of joy? I'm not claiming to know an answer. I think if I did, that would be an answer. Instead, I try to focus and try to find small pieces of understanding, of purpose in things like this. I made this film for a senior project. You could say that's its purpose. You could also say its purpose is for me to help figure out who I am. A sort of conclusion to the beginning of my life. In this film, I talk about me and all the weird things about myself. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. I'm sitting here 20 minutes before it's due, thinking about what all this has come to. Not just senior project, not just school, but every interaction I've ever made, every choice. And as I'm sitting here saying my thoughts, I'm starting to realize that maybe this isn't the best idea. That maybe I should just focus on what's in the present and let things happen as they happen. Thank you for being here.